was. I'm like, wow, this is the place to be, man. Like, it was just super lit. And Whiskey was giving vibes. I'm not sure if you saw his performance. I'm like,
he was dancing. We got the dancing Whiskey, man. It was vibing,
like,
bro.
Wow.
Yeah. It was, but there was so much happening. Happening. I know we're super excited, but I want us to even talk about some of the key news, because we still do the social commentary stuff, right? So I would like us to touch on a little bit of some of those things that happened. Hello. Yes, Merry Christmas. We are recording this on the 25th of December. Bro, we are hustlers, man. Like, more.
Niger hustlers.
Enjoying Christmas and all, man. And we're here. But yeah, we're only doing it for our people so that they can get some of our commentaries on some of the big stories that have, been out there in the last few weeks, right? Episode 21, Think Talk. We're back again as usual, Ibra and I, and we have some very interesting discussions today. And I just want to go right into it, because for me, like, it's something that I feel like I'm missing out, and I'm just like, if we're not going to be there, we should at least just have a conversation about it and experience the whole thing from a conversation. And it's Detty December, man. Detty December in Nigeria this year. I've heard news, Ibra. Like, I'm sure you've seen a lot as well. Like, what's going on? What do you think is going on with Detty December in Nigeria this year?
I mean, I told you, like, I'm like, it feels like there's some sort of PR behind this whole thing, right? Because I don't know where this is coming from. Like, all of a sudden, just 1 year. I mean, we've always had it, like, as Nigerians.
It's always been a thing. This is how it has always been. But I didn't see any of those, like, what was happening in the background, because a lot of Americans, a lot of British, black people, yes, but also Nigeria is not one of those countries where you get a lot of white people going to. But this year, my friend is telling me that he has seen the most amount of white people that he have ever seen in Nigeria at one time. He's seeing them this year, and it's a bit crazy because I did not actually see any marketing. You know how when Ghana did homecoming, and then they did all this big come back home, what did they call it that year? I think it was like 2020. Was it 2020 or 2019?
I can't
Ghana
remember.
did one of those things, but they did a lot of stuff. They partnered with an airline. They had all these things going. Nigeria did not do. It's super expensive to be there. It's super expensive to fly there, bro. Flight ticket around from like the UK, flight ticket was already like £2,000 for economy, super saver or whatever, around like November, man, bro, or October.
That's crazy, man. This is gonna be challenging, right? For us, like, if you want to visit Nigeria, like next December, for example, you should already maybe book ahead, because for just us, the locals, we just want like to visit our country now.
Are you still a local? Are you still a local, bro? Are you
I'm
sure?
Nigerian by birth,
man. When was the last time, bro? When was the last time you went to Nigeria?
If you divide the number of years that I've been out, like by the total like my age, it's still considerable. Like, it's still,
Hey, of course, you grew old in Nigeria already, but still, Nigeria, I have a feeling that in the last 6 years, Nigeria has changed drastically as well, right?
Yeah.
And we have not been there in so long that I think we are so disconnected. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like I'm so disconnected. I need to be back home very, very soon, because, geez, like, there's so much happening. Bro, it's crazy, man. Yeah. But man, guys, Nigeria is the number one city for nightlife and fun this December. I've not seen any other city in the world. Like, I've not seen it. Munich here. I was in Rome last week, bro. I've seen London. I've seen Birmingham. I've seen bro, Nigeria is the number one at the moment. Detty December. Your December, if you're not with family and you want to be outside, it's Nigeria. Everyone is there.
Why do you think it's like that?
Honestly, for me, it's like I think a lot of us relocated, and a lot of us interacting with our fellow black people from the other part of the world. They hear stories from us. And over time, people like there's this consolidation of now we are making friends that want to go back with us. People are dating outside the race as well, and they want to go back to Nigeria as well. So we, it's just that I feel like we are the mouthpiece, and it doesn't look. It's like a micro thing from you sitting with a friend and saying, "Guy, you have to be in Nigeria at some point," and somehow it's having a macro effect now. There's like a strong consolidation,
like a ripple effect.
All this little in your little corner there in the US where you tell someone I'm Nigerian, and bro, Nigeria is fire in December. You have not even gone, but someone heard from someone, and then they're just like, let's do it. And the exchange rate made it seem like it's going to be an attractive destination if it's that fun. And but the Nigerian club owners and restaurant owners and hotel owners want to give everybody handicap because that exchange rate is not having an effect. But I think there's another thing that's happening as well. It's also, I think, a consequence of how Nigerian men behave, like the culture of spending money, the way we prioritize fun and partying. Like people would literally spend the amount of money that they could have spent on a business, the amount of money that they could have spent to buy a car, to buy a house, they will spend it on having fun, even if it's the only amount that they have. We have this culture that our men are super open to that. And our women, whether they like it or not, they have given the Nigerian men the PR that they spend on their women. Because I also heard that it's not just people coming from outside Africa. Ghanaian girls, South African women are going for Detty December.
Every part of the world, especially in the West. I mean, in Germany, in the US, when you think of December, especially from 21st to 31st of December, that's when the peak of Detty December is happening, right? Why are people outside? Because now, I think right now, everywhere is closed. People are with their families, actually. And I think of Germany, it's the same. You go to grocery stores, restaurant, people are cooking, making meals, prepping, and having family time. Why is Nigeria outside? What demographic? Because I'm now thinking about the demographic. Does that mean it's just people between some certain age group that is fueling this? Or Nigerians don't spend quality family time during Christmas?
They do. But this is the thing. So you mentioned the West. In the West, Christmas is family time.
Yeah.
In Africa, and I know specifically in Nigeria, Christmas is community time. Even think back in the days. Forget Detty December clubbing. As a young boy, Christmas is that day that you go to the auntie's house. Look, my family, my parents' friends, they don't do Christmas as we cook a dinner for the family. There's a full hall and DJ and everything, and it's a party. It's a party where they expect 700 people to come. That's how we do Christmas. That's how we do New Year. That's how we do Ileya, Eid al-Kabir, the Islamic one.
Yeah.
So it's never a family celebration. It's a communal celebration for friends and family and friends of friends. And that's the thing. So you are not feeling any type of way if you leave your parents at home to go to the club, because your parents are at home
with the whole uncle,
everyone is going to everyone's house. So there's no feeling of, you should be with your family now. No. Your mom is not sleeping until 5 a.m. anyways, because she's chilling with her sisters and her brothers, and they're all drinking. That makes sense. Yeah. And that's why it's acceptable there. So that outside, I mean, I think we have to put the video. There's this guy, I think is from London.
You could even see a smile on my face right now. I got my assistants there. People treat me like I'm a king. Nah, I want to move here one day, That's how bad it is. I want to start coming here, maybe 5 times a year.
I think it was staying in Federal Palace Hotel, and it was smiling like crazy. It's like,
he said, "Can you see my smile?" I saw the video. Can you see my smile?
It was like, I was like, I'm here with my P. I think it was there with his pops, his mom, his sisters.
With sisters,
they were all there.
yeah.
You understand? They were all there and they were vibing, and it was like, man, I'm thinking of moving here. I read the comment under that post. Right, one woman said she came to Detty December 2009, and this is proof that it's not new. She came to Detty December 2009, made her stay in Nigeria for 7 years.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
She
Yeah,
stayed
that's
back
crazy.
for 7 years. Nah, it's f***ing lit.
What the guy also said that blew my mind was he was saying like that this is like the new Miami, and people were like coming from like a lot of Americans are like, yo, have you been to Miami? I mean, it just shows that to be comparing it to like
Miami is not
lifestyle.
popping at the moment.
Yeah,
Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it outrightly. There's no way. I don't care what's happening in Miami now. Lagos is the city that is popping the most in the world this last 2 weeks. This December, I cannot imagine how any city pops differently. Because even, okay, let's say concerts. Yeah, let's say music. Mariah Carey is not on a stage now. She's with her family. Yeah. Bro, Wizkid is outside. Burna Boy is outside. Ghana, Sawiti, all of them in Nigeria. Ghana, Thames, they're performing. Yeah. Bro, Elton, Drake, whatever. They're not on the stage on Christmas period. Only Nigerians are putting out concerts and saying, let's party, because that's what we do. So yes, I know that feeling that is feeling. Bro, you see, we're not even seeing the full picture. You forgot the street carnivals, because this is the end of the year. You know the street, where your streets, your estates, you have the whole street, carnivals happening, and parents are there. The chairman of the local government is there.
Bro, we're talking about this now, and I'm like, damn, man, I'm far away from home, man. Like, I almost forgot what it feels like until now. Like, when you talked about, like, where the fact that everywhere is busy, then I thought of this moment where you are just coming out of your room, you are bumping into, like, people, like, your house is, like, after party of some massive party, man. Everyone is just, if you don't go to them, they come to you. You can't avoid people this period. It's like
this is not the time. Everywhere. There's no sleeping. You are outside.
Yeah.
I remember vividly just being outside. Like, you just don't have a choice, bro. We're not talking about bangers, because they're still doing bangers and firecrackers. This is not even in our conversation. There's so much happening. This is not the time to sleep. So no one is feeling somehow like, oh, you should be with family, because family is vibe. Bro, Tony Elumelu's all white party, man. With the whole family. Everyone went there with their family. Bovi with their family, with their wives. And bro, Whiskey, Davido.
He casually flew like the party of like the top guys in the entertainment scene like it's nothing. Bro, I was like, we had
a few of the richest black people in the world. Bro, a few of the richest black people in the world were there. Tony was there. Abdul Samad Rabiu was there. You know, a bunch of governors.
Yeah.
You know, that's December for you. But governors are coming from their states and they're going to Lagos Detty December. One of my guys was at, I forgot the name of the club. It was at the club, and he just texted me out of nowhere, like, because he just flew from South Africa that day. He has been traveling. He was in Greece. He was in South Africa. And then he just flew to Nigeria from Greece or from South Africa? And he texted me and said, bro, I just saw some proper baddies, man, bro. Because they all came from the all white party, you know? Yeah. And I was like, bro, that's the spot. And next year, man, if for some reason this video blows up, whoever can get us entrance, access to the all white party 2025, I beg. We will try as much as possible to be in Nigeria, bro.
It was. I'm like, wow, this is the place to be, man. Like, it was just super lit, and Wizkid was giving vibes. I'm not sure if you saw his performance. I'm like,
he was dancing. We got the dancing Wizkid, man. It was vibing, like, bro. Wow. It was, but there was so much happening. Did you see the trial of Tyler, Thames, and Arya Starr?
I saw that, and that was what I saw. They were like on stage, and I'm like, wow.
Seeing the three of them together was so beautiful to see, man. I won't even lie to you. Bro, Tyler left summer in South Africa because they're in summer at the moment, right? For Detty December in Lagos. There's no other place. Forget it.
It's wild, bro. I mean, I feel like the whole algorithm right now is just Detty December, and I wasn't even looking for it. It's just like, I'm like, wow. This is the biggest ever. Now, before we jump to something else, yeah. So I was thinking, so what do you have to say? Because we mentioned this earlier, right? Like on the call. This whole Ghana claiming Detty December. Their own is like DUTTY. And I saw a lot of people, a lot of tourists that have visited Ghana actually didn't know like that Nigeria, that we've been doing this for like ages,
Forever.
right? So yeah,
forever.
so they were like,
Yeah,
I thought this was Ghanaian thing. I'm like,
I'm happy for Ghana because I remember telling one of my very good friends, she goes to Ghana quite often, and I remember telling her about Detty December, and she's like, yeah, she needs to do that, even though she has done Decembers in Ghana already. I'm very, very happy for Ghana because the intentionality that they put into bringing people to Ghana, played its part, it worked. But Nigeria coined Detty December, and it doesn't matter what the Ghanaians say. They know we're the big brothers.
I mean, but why are they trying to claim it is my own?
It doesn't even matter. It's impossible. But it's impossible to claim. That's what I'm saying. Like I told you already. Like I saw it, and I was just like, our little brothers. It's okay. they can say it's their own in our tribe, right? In contact money, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Ghana, yes, you have Detty December or some type of Detty December. We know Detty December is Nigerian. We're happy to share some of the stuff with our Ghanaian people. Because we're not in a situation where appropriation is possible. I'm sorry. Hey, there's no scenario where somehow the world just misses that it's Nigerian. I mean, honestly, you guys should go to Lagos as well. And I mean, the traffic in Lagos is crazy now, as I've heard. So maybe it's fine if some people also go to Detty December in Accra.
I mean, I know a few Germans that have been there. And they seem to enjoy it, so
Accra is not bad. Fire as well. It's just not. It's just I feel maybe Nigerians are louder as well. But, I mean, Accra is fire as well, guys. make sure if you're going to West Africa, guys, make sure you check it all out. Africa is fire. Like our communal lifestyle impacts a lot of this celebration, and I think you will feel different when you see how people party when they are not all uptight. Because this is the thing. When you see people party in a country where communal living is the standard.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so you have to go see it. Because this is one of the things that guy also said, like, I feel like a king. Like, they treat me like, because everyone is relating. But yeah, to the point of him being treated like a king, women being women, there's already drama. Because I don't know if you know Madame Joyce. Was it Madame Joyce? Yeah, it's Madame Joyce. She has this podcast called Cocktails and Shots or something. I think she's also part of the Sheets and Gigs portfolio. Recently, they invested in our pod as well. I love her podcast. Yeah, she's fun to watch. She was in Detty December last year. She had a flight time. And, again, this year, of course, she can't miss it. I think she's also half Nigerian. She's Nigerian, I think. She's British, but born to Nigerian parents. I don't know exactly. But she was in Nigeria, and an incident happened in the club where she was invited to the table by some guys. She got to the table. There were already girls seated there. And then she said, hi. And then they just snubbed her.
Wow.
There's a funny video as well.
Like, I'm saying hi, and there's not even a flinch. There's not even a budge. Now, I just thought that obviously, me being high profile, sometimes people see me for the first time and...
Yeah, she said hi and they snubbed her. Then she went on to record and she's like, what is wrong with Nigerian girls? I'm a high class woman. When people see me, they know who I am. And these people, they just looked at me somehow. I greeted them. They didn't respond. Instead of this to actually come up and then people go, oh... maybe that's rude. When people greet you, you should greet them back. A lot of people just hammered on, what do you mean high-class woman? Who gives a fuck about you? Where do you think you are?
Yeah, okay, I think adding that to the statement, I also don't feel like she should have. I mean, it's facts, but it's not, it doesn't really go in line with what she's trying to do.
Exactly. And to be honest, like, from what I've known, Nigerian baddies are not to joke with. Like, they are fire. We know they dress crazy. They
are
makeup
rude.
is
That's
pink.
the word, man.
But but because they know how, because they're one of the few baddies can be broke.
And still be rude.
They are rude as hell. They know the business. I think this is why. For them, they just saw competition. They're not seeing a friendly timeout. They're just thinking, if this guy decides to give each of us 10 million, now we have one other person to share it with. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we don't need it here. Like, we have this on lock because it's all about money for them. I can't imagine that if it was in a scenario where it's an all-girls situation, would they have not?
They were all mingled.
Would
Yeah,
it
they
have
were
been
all mingled.
I think it has to do with who's going to catch these Nigerian guys. You know what I mean? Like, because before that happened, right? There's this lady as well. She was a Big Brother Nigerian star, and she also made a video.
I'm talking to a guy, a handsome guy. He seems to have taken an interest in me. We're getting to know each other. We're busting joke. We're having a nice little time. Then this Ebere, this Afofuwemu, this Babala Ode comes to my table, grabs that guy I'm speaking to, and says, come, please, I need to show you something.
Around December as well, she went out, met a guy. She said she was already being flirty with him. And then this girl just keeps coming in the middle. And then she made an entire video to say, Lagos girls, you guys, you don't want my trouble, blah, blah, blah. You should stay away. And I'm like, wow, the men are really the price. What actually makes
that was the video I saw. I mean, if a Nigerian man has money, he's willing to spend it on,
on his women. So you know that if you get a comfortable Nigerian man, your life immediately becomes soft. Yeah, I'm not even going to blame the women because I love soft life as well. If I would be a woman, I would take soft life every day, every time. I probably want to be a full housewife that doesn't work, get my solid allowances. But okay, that's me. I'm not a woman. Maybe I don't fully understand. Well, I mean, Nigerians went at Madam Joyce, man. I don't know if she even left Nigeria, if she's still there, but it wouldn't make sense if she left. But I think that's old story now as well, because I think it all died down. Everyone is having their fun again. Even Israel Adesanya, you know Israel, right? The MMA fighter.
Yeah.
It was snubbed. It was snubbed as well.
Where?
In Nigeria. All this snub stuff from this night, it was eating
by
one
men or
like,
women?
Women, men, they're not weighing you by how much you have and stuff. Like if you're in the space, they understand that if you see that this one as a man, you probably about Nigerian woman. Bro,
see, they have this.
If they cannot gauge that you can spend, they will fire you down.
Yeah, I swear. I had this conversation. I told you, like, I was in this Nigerian gathering with some friends, and there were these other ladies that were there. I didn't know them. Yeah, one was like my friend's girlfriend, and she brought some other friends, and I was like, really open. I was in the middle of the conversation, like, because they were like, why are you saying like so like with Nigerian women that I'm terrified of Nigerian women. I'll put that out. I mean, we are the monsters they made in the sense of like, when they talk about like the bad PR Nigerian men have in terms of like, maybe it's this, it's that, or like being humanizing or whatever. It's like, exactly. Like they have this corny way of dealing with men. Like you said, exactly. If they don't know how to gauge it, they don't know how to, I don't know how to put it into words.
Israel was eating and it's like,
And you'll be last giddy. And she shagara. Nonsense. Just be nice, just be friendly. Say hi. It's okay.
Lagos girls, you're doing shakara.
You don't know.
I'm like, it's like, but I've experienced it. So I remember I was in the UK partying, and at that time my brother was single. It was on dating website. But then they found one of this Nigerian baddie that was visiting the UK. I think she's a movie actress and stuff. And then invited her to the club. She came with a friend. Bro, I know who I am, yeah? I know who I am. And I was sitting there, I wasn't fully, because in the UK as well, I'm not the biggest fan of some of the club scenes like that I went there to, because of some of the, I told you, right?
Yeah, the
I
arrangement.
try to be very careful in the setup that I prefer. So I was just sitting on the, like I wasn't sitting on the chair. I was sitting on the, how you put your leg on the chair and then you're sitting on the shoulder of
Like the lounge sofa.
yeah, so
no.
look at the lounge sofa, but instead of sitting on the sofa itself, your legs are on the sofa and you're sitting on the head, like the backrest. I was sitting on the backrest.
Yeah.
So the girls that came, they were sitting on the backrest. My older brother invited them. Bro, I said hello, and the response was something like, something like that. I was like, if I would be in my own space, if it wasn't my brother that invited them to the table, I'm definitely, for that greeting alone, I'm sending them out. Bro, for that greeting alone. Bro, the whole night, they didn't talk to anyone but my brother and one of his friends, and they just left randomly as well. And I'm like, wow, this is like a very weird way. But they didn't know me. Do you know what I understand? Like, it's like you should be nice to people. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know. If I would be a show off, I know that I can't. Because the other friend of my brother that they started talking to, what he did was that he started ordering bottles and they had to put his name on the stuff. Hey, and he did that like 6 times. And then they're like, okay, we know who he is as well. And I'm like, I can do that. Like, you don't even know if I can do that. And you already, you're super snobbish.
I think you've explained that really well, because that is that part of them that makes me like, I mean, I've been in different clubs, right? Like in different countries and all. Baddies, for example, would be nice to you. Like, hi, this and that. You say hi and that's it. But if it's now like this old Nigerian girl setting, even if you can still do stuff, they are looking at the next guy that can do more than you can. There is this zero loyalty to like, oh, I like what he can provide. And you are not even broke. I'm just saying like the next guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. For them, whatever they define.
And that is like,
they want the alpha. They want the quote unquote alpha. And this sort of creates this competition between some of the dumb fuck guys. Because my guy, I have this guy in Nigeria, lived in LA for a long time, Samuel, like he has a YouTube channel as well. And he would tell me every time that Ninja boys, man, the way they deal with the ladies reinforces those snobbish behaviors, reinforces
100%.
those financial assessment that they always do. Like, I can't tell you the number of times he had dealt with girls without seeing each other. They're already sending him outrageous bills of something. Like one of them, literally, they have never met. They were supposed to meet a day before or something. She went for her birthday and sent him a fucking bill for her birthday dinner to pay. They've not met before. But the thing is that what's not surprising about it is that I know my fellow Nigerian men. The big boys, they will pay. I don't know if that makes them more attractive to the women or the women just go for what they want. Because that's why you see it as well. Bro, do you know how many baddies got flown in as well for Detty December? I saw Fuse as well with one other lady. I saw like people really got flown in like crazy. And one person that got flown in, I would say the way Tunde had not always put it, Beyonce's artist, Chloe Bailey. I don't know if she was flown into the country by Burna Boy or she flew in herself, but it seemed like they were dating, right? This is what it seemed like. It seemed like, okay, Burna Boy and Chloe, something is going on between them. Well, what is this? And all that stuff. And after a while, Gunna, who we thought dated Chloe before Burna Boy, because he had a concert in Nigeria, and he flew in, and he was in the studio with Burna Boy. It was Burna Boy's house. Burna literally took him to a dinner where he spent almost $30,000 for the dinner.
yeah.
He was there. He was chilling with Burna Boy. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Burna, Chloe, and Gunna.
I saw the story. I thought like this is definitely like a PR thing, because I don't see a situation where in 2024 as an artist or a celebrity anywhere in the world that if you would want a quiet date night that you still won't be able to get it. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like, I mean, we've had this celebrity lifestyle for like since the ages, like since we had like media. And for a Nigerian, or at least for a Nigerian celebrity, it's not even like we have like paid paparazzi and stuff like that. Like for him to have such media hype or buzz, that there was a budget that went into that. Then like few days after he released Bondu for Bondu, or Bondu,
Bondu by Bondu.
Bondu by Bondu song. And yeah.
Hey, as they get money like I just pray and Bondu by Bondu.
Yeah. So I felt like definitely it's just, the buzz was just too much. I'm like, I don't even know the girl, the Chloe girl like that, but I know she's American. I know the name, but I don't know really what she does.
She's a musician and an actress, but I knew her as an actress first. I knew Chloe from Grownish. But you know, Shahara, the daughter of, I forgot his name now, their first daughter in Blackish, she had her own spin-off when she went to university called Grownish. It's actually very nice. It was a movie where it was just packed with beautiful people. Yeah, beautiful black and white people. And it was like a uni movie. You know how uni series are now. Like it was fine.
Yeah.
Chloe was one of the actresses. Yeah, but then she sings. She's an actress, and I think she sings well as well. She has
I don't know what she sounds like.
Yeah, I also don't know if she has had like a big hit yet, but yeah, she's doing her thing. I'm actually inclined to agree with you that there might be a bit of marketing there. I mean, if it's marketing, Chloe and Burna Boy, do you think they I have to just go straight for it, man?
I think it depends on how personally Burna can then carry it on for.
Bro, look at them in the clubs. Bro, there's no way you leave the club with all those drinks.
I think it was being careful.
Burna wasn't
Maybe
touching too much, but she was.
Yeah.
She was touching. She was. Oh, bro. You know, Burna is the Nigerian one. You know, we don't do PDAs in club as much. We dance, but we don't do kissing in clubs like in Europe or in the West.
Yeah.
So I can understand why Burna is a little bit Nigerian-like in that scenario, and she being all touchy. I don't see it. And she was in his house afterwards. They drive together like couple, like a typical Nigerian man.
I mean, you know, like there has been this this media strategy of like celebrity couples, right? And it doesn't mean they don't. So it's like there has to still be some sort of chemistry, but it's also at the same time it's like this symbiosis situation of like, okay, this is also on top of that. It's a win-win situation, but it has to also be publicized.
Doesn't have to be too serious. Yeah,
exactly.
Udogu is the kind of guy that people want to see what's underneath there. Like some of these girls want to see it. You know what I mean? Like I threw it out there. It's not the most important one, but I feel like they probably. And yeah, another sweet thing about the Detty December is that yearly you will get Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy. Usually we get them in so close proximity that you don't get during the course of the year, right? So these guys are known as like the big three for Afrobeats. They've been around for a while, which is crazy because the Rema, Shakira and Co came up, but still these guys stole the whole Detty December thing, and we got them in close proximity. They performed at the Tonu Elumelu all-white party. The three of them. Yeah, Flavor was on the stage as well, but let's focus on Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy. Had lengthy performances. People enjoyed themselves. And do you think, what I'm curious about is when they are in that type of proximity, coming together and having fun in December, do you think backstage, maybe they said hello to each other or they really tried to stay far away from each other?
Yeah, I mean, two things, right? If all we are seeing right now in terms of their beef and everything is real, they actually have this sort of energy towards each other, there's no way they are backstage and they are like hanging out. I think the organizers, it's part of their job. It's like one of the most important part of their job actually to make sure they don't collide, that they have to separate them. Yeah, there's like a full logistic part of it. Even like celebrities, the way they sit like for awards and stuff in terms of arrangement is a very important part of like a ceremony of such magnitude, you won't see two people that are not getting along because they put their names on the seat and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't see a situation where they are doing that at the Lumelu part because they just want peace. They just want everyone to go there with the positive energy and they perform at their best and yeah, not coming on stage having thrown a bottle or something.
When you look at the extent to which the beef has gone, you would think Davido or Whiskey does not even want to hold the microphone that either of them have held. But they used the same microphone. They were on the same stage. They were doing the same thing. And they all looked happy. I'm a little bit, I'm questioning somehow if this beef is really true. Because there was no hint of annoyance or anger in any of their faces. They were literally doing their job and vibing. But maybe they've just become pro to that level. Because usually you feel a little bit of, enemy territory kind of vibe. None of that. I didn't see any of that.
I think, that would be the level that they've taken it. I know what you're saying. And I was also thinking the same. Like, I also like, I had like this, I've performed, right? Growing up, I consider myself to be an artist, right? So, and
artist. Like, I'm no. Pause. guys. I don't know why we haven't done this, but I feel like it's high time to start plugging in some of your stuff. Because what do you mean you consider yourself, bro? You're an artist and you're good at it.
Yeah,
we are going to have our guy put some of your songs. No, we have to start putting in. Check him out.
I'm on Spotify too, and Apple Music. Yeah.
No. Hey, why are you talking?
I mean, like I'm on a very long hiatus right now. Like, so people don't also know. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
bro, we've got EPs out there.
Yeah.
EPs out there. Check out IX. AYX. Spotify.
Yeah.
We'll have to create episodes where we actually rate some of the songs, discuss your experience as an artist, what you actually did, how you came about those songs in the studio when you recorded yourself, because I know you did a lot of self-production as well.
Yeah.
We will have conversations about those songs. We will have to rank your songs and rate them. Bro,
let's do
he's
that.
An artist, guys. Go on. Yeah, we have to.
So like, yeah, definitely that energy is always there. But as you perform more and more, you know that the only way to be great out there when you're on the stage is to have this positive energy with everyone in the room. So like, for sure, when they get up to that level, that's part of what they need to know how to manage at that point. Because you have to remove this, because I struggle with that a lot. It's like when someone before you did an amazing job, it's a problem for the next guy. But you just have to come back to you and think of what you are good at. It doesn't have to be, when you think about what the last guy did, you are set up to fumble because you want to try to replicate that. People don't have to jump up for you to have a great performance. Maybe you make people cry. Like, oh, what a soulful performance or whatever. So yeah, I think at that level, they already know all these things. So they are just like,
they come with what they wanted to do and they just do it.
I saw a Whiskey that I haven't seen in a while, bro. And I loved that. It was genuinely, he had this move that he did for just like 5 seconds.
Bro, he was dancing.
I'm like,
he was vibing. He sang, he sang some of the old songs.
One leg forward, one leg back. I'm like, where is this Whiskey coming from?
Maybe this is the tip of the iceberg for what you will see when the tour for Murayo starts. Because, bro, for me, when I was watching the videos, when it got to the way you dance, I was like, I'm like, Weezy, let's go. They all killed the whole, like, the three of them did a great job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I really hope that they can, this fight thing, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm very happy that we have those guys still on top doing their thing. And I wish them all the best. I hope they keep pushing. Detty December is fire, guys. Like, next year, we're all going to do it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by God's grace, we will all do it together as well. We from Europe, from the US, we're all going back home, hopefully. Guys, Tony Elumelu All White Party. Uncle Tony. Daddy Tony. Daddy Elumelu. Whoever is going to get us access, we need it, man. We need it. Yeah, TikTok guys, we need it. Yeah. I mean, in all this upside, there's a bit of a downside, usually what you get with locals, right? Because I heard stories about the prices now. I mean, traffic is a clear downside. In Lagos, it's usually a 2 to 3 hours adder on any destination. But now with with Detty December, it's a 4 to 5 hours adder. It's crazy. Traffic is mental. That's a downside. Another downside are prices. Bro, Lagos to Abuja flight. Do you want to guess what the flight ticket for Lagos to Abuja economy is today?
150,000.
500,000. 500,000. You see how far off you are. Exactly. Bro, a friend of mine said these clubs and restaurants, they actually created a December menu. And the price difference between the regular menu and the December menu, it's not 10x. It's 20x, 18x. So things are going from, it used to be 100,000 naira to 15 million naira, 10 million naira. I saw a bill of some guys in the club. They spent 36 million naira. Maybe 36 million is like $22,000. That's a lot of money. But what's impressive about it is that it's not a lot of drinks. 30 million was just for 3 bottles. 3 bottles. 30 million naira.
What club is that? That's wow.
Bro, just one other club. That's the thing. There's so many. There's Sora. There's the Deck. There's Quilox is still there, but there's Secret Palace. There's so many clubs at the moment with fire names as well, man. I don't know where these guys are coming up with those names. I mean, what is Sora? You know, like what is Sora? I don't know where they're coming up with the names, but the prices. I thought Dom Perignon used to be some of the most expensive bottles in the club, right? Bro, Dom Perignon at the moment, not so much. And I think Nigerians are drinking a lot of tequila, like Clase Azul became big, and now they're doing whiskey
Casamigo,
and stuff, Remy Martins and stuff. But the prices, bro. I heard that in one of these restaurants, to sit at the pool, minimum cover is 2 million. And it's all booked out. That's what's most crazy about it. Of course, for the locals, it's supposed to be scary. But what I'm hearing out of there is that the people coming from the US, from the UK and stuff, they cannot even spend as much as the people that are in Nigeria at the moment. That's baffling. That's like literally, there are videos. We have to find the video of the guy that's saying that, oh, it's not 1994 anymore. You think you can come from the UK?
They won't come back what they do. I just go back, change maybe like 10,000 pounds. So they won't come disturb everywhere. So that's how you go Primark, buy a 30 shirt, enter Nike, go sales, buy 3 shoes. Call the deceive guests, say you kind of go abroad, but not be that era you do, you know the 1994.
This guy was literally saying, you think you can change 10 million or $10,000 and you think you can. That's supposed to be, I didn't think I would go back to Nigeria and change $10,000, so bro. Like, I did not think I thought maybe if I had 5 million or 2 million, maybe 1.5 million, 1.5 million, I was like, we ain't. Bro, my guys spent almost $1 million at the club, and they were the most broke people or brokest people, whatever the right English word is. That Nigeria is
That's
now.
wild.
They try to bounce them. After spending almost $1 million, they tried to kick them off the table 3 times. The only thing that saved him was because he knows the owner of the establishment itself, and that's the only reason he wasn't bounced. In Nigeria, guys, if you don't know, if you go to Nigeria,
Lagos, not Nigeria. Lagos is a toxic place, man.
Lagos is toxic as fuck. Let me explain to people what happens. Let's say you go to a club, and let's say you got a table that told you minimum cover is $2,000. You're there with your people, you're having a good time. You spend $2,500, and then you have already bought all the bottles you wanted to buy. It's 1:30 a.m. or 2 a.m. Because parties go on for so long in Nigeria, bro, people are leaving one club at 6 and going to the next one. Parties go on for a very long time these days in Nigeria. They can come and look at you and say, dude, you spent 2,500. For some reason, you have to go because the owner of the table is coming.
I told you that happened to me, man.
You have to tell us the story. How did it happen?
Bro, I mean, I that's why I really try to stay away from like this whole nightlife thing. But yeah, we're in the club, having a great time. It was a long time ago, I think, probably like 10 years ago now. It was fun and all of a sudden, I just looked around. I didn't see some of my guys. And we're like in the VIP, we like paid like, like the commitment and all for like where we were. And I'm like, where are my guys? I just looked around and there was this demarcation, right? It was a glass room. So when this glass room above like the normal regular place. So I just saw them outside of the glass just waving at me. I'm like, huh? Then I went and there were securities also like sort of in front of us, just protecting the VIP from the regular. And I went to one of them like, yo, some of my guys are outside. I guess probably, they went to restroom or whatever, but they want to get in and they're saying you're not letting them in. They are actually with us. I thought maybe for some reason their handband or whatever was not maybe cut off or like, let them in. And he just looked the other guy and was like, like, dude, run it. The guy was like, okay, cool. Like, how many of us are led? And like 4 of us, and it was like, there's an important thing they need to let us know. So like the remaining guys that were still like on our table, I said, hey, we should come, that they want to talk to us. Then they, then they fucked us out. Then we were like outside, all of us now fully out, seat was empty. And they just were like, sorry, the VIP is closed. Bro, I was like, wait, what? It's like, it's closed. Like, sorry. Huh? I didn't know what was happening, but I knew, they just wanted us out. But I didn't really pick, like, I didn't add the 1 and 2 and be like, oh, this is why. So later on, like, what I figured out that happened was we've spent, but then because we are spending like some Yahoo boy or something like that, because we can't keep bringing Dorime or like bottles like all through the night, they just thought, these guys are bad investment. So they want you to keep popping till morning. I was like,
that's
that was a sad day, bro. I had my wallet, my drinks, my everything still in there, and they just say, someone will and this guy just came to like, whose jacket is this? Who's this? Is this whose wallet? I'm like, damn, I paid here, bro. I went home from there, bro.
That hurts, man. Yeah, like even the story itself, man, bro. Yeah, but that's the expectation. When you go to the club in Nigeria, you have to keep popping.
It's
like
a
in Lagos,
toxic
at least,
place,
you just have to keep going. And that's the thing. Those prices that I mentioned now, a lot of us from outside Nigeria, we can't spend like that. Like we go to the club when we were at level 27 in Warsaw. We were like the biggest spender of the night. And that night, how much did we spend? Maybe 1,500 euros or 1,800 or something.
Yeah,
like 1,800 euros.
Yeah,
like 2K, and we were the biggest spender.
Yeah.
2K in Nigeria now will put us around still like the 68th percentile. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
68th percentile. Because people are buying the 10 million naira bottles, the 15 million naira bottles. That's what my friend told me as well. And now they're literally like calculating what club can we go, because they probably want to spend like 2-3 million. And if they go to a club where he doesn't know the owner, they'll get bounced. This is a big fear. Because everywhere, it's so expensive, but everywhere is all booked out. Airbnbs, hotels, restaurants, pool sites, clubs. People are making money like crazy. And majority of the big spenders are the locals. Yeah, and this is a big nuance with Nigeria, right? Like it's so nuanced. But anyways, we would put it as a downside, the prices being so high, because when we go as well, I think we might do a lot more house parties. Yeah, because for me, I'm not willing to compete with anyone. I'll only buy what I can drink. That's it for Detty December. We spoke about Detty December for quite a bit. And before we round it up, we just wanted to drop a big bomb of a news as well. For some reason, it did not become as big as when they were arrested. The Tate brothers, their case has been dismissed. They are now totally free. The case cannot be taken to trial. It has been completely dismissed. When they were arrested, when everything was, it was the big news. It was all over the place. And now that the case has been dismissed, it seems like it's not that much of a big topic. What's going on? What do you think?
I mean, it's clear what happened, right? I think this was the goal all along. I think this is a failed attempt of character assassination. I think some people behind the wheels wanted to really bring down the names because it became like a very powerful. It still is, but for sure it has been dent or like stained or with this
Just
whole
slowed them down a
allegation.
bit. Just slowed them down a bit.
Yeah, it's not even a bit. They will probably come out of this, but it's not a bit, man. Like it's a lot. And I feel like for anyone behind this, of the people behind this, it's already a win. Maybe they thought, okay, a bigger win would definitely be to find something we can convict these guys with, or but they didn't find anything. But for a lot of people, these guys are convicted already. You can't tell them any other thing. I see comments on some of their posts and you see, oh, this sexual assault or like this child trafficker or
Traffickers.
This. How? And I think that's the goal. That was the goal.
I think that you're right. And because it's almost like if we paint the picture right, people would say, we know that the justice system cannot be trusted anyway. So if they get convicted, they will say, it worked. If they don't get convicted, they will say, because they are rich, the justice system did not do its part. And when you paint the crime as graphic as possible, because they acted as if they had all the proofs. And when the women that they were trying to use as witnesses were saying, no, they treated us well, we didn't have any issues, that did not even become as big of a news as the crime itself.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think, I can't help when I see outcomes like this. I'm willing to place a bet on Diddy and Young Philly's case as well. I think it will end up like this as well. They'll push it for as long as possible. They will assassinate their character, slow down their bag. I'm not saying these people are saints. I'm not saying the Tate brothers are saints. I'm just saying the legal system works in a particular type of way. And unless these cases can be done outside the media, like when you put together a case, when court hearings, this publicization of this thing, I think is something to review. Because it does the damage. The damage has been done, and then maybe you set people free or something, and then it doesn't really make that much difference for some people. I know why we think the Tate brothers might come back up, because this is exactly what they say they're capable of, you know? Like, if you pull us down, blah, blah, we will rise again. We are the top G's and stuff like that. But there are people that are, not necessarily as active, not necessarily as agile to bring themselves back up. But let's see what happens with the Diddy and the Young Philly case as well. Considering how graphic they painted and disseminated the crimes that they committed, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We have all the proof, and then the case still goes on for months. We have all the proof we need. And then still, they don't find an easy conviction. Was Young Philly not supposed to be arraigned in November or something? November, right? I don't know what came out of that. But now, basically, they have told him to settle in Australia. The last thing I read is that he actually rented an apartment. He's not staying in a hotel or something. He rented an apartment. He's staying there, actually staying there now.
Without friends, without nothing. It was there on thought, no? It was supposed to go there for business. Now he's been there for like 4 months, man.
For months. And he can't post. He can't do his job. They are not even saying you can post, but you cannot post about what has happened.
Yeah.
They're saying you cannot post.
I mean, how can he even post? I mean, his mental state is not even in the right place right now. How can you create when your head is not in the right place?
I mean, it might be strong from what I heard.
I don't know. I checked his Instagram, at least. He's not doing nothing. His last post was...
He's not allowed. He's not allowed to post. That's what I'm saying. I'm making the comment about mental health.
In content. It's content, no?
He's not allowed to post at all.
Anything.
He's not allowed to post at all. That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
I thought about the case.
You cannot post about the case. They're saying he cannot post.
That's wild. Because I saw his last post was 4 months ago, man.
Yeah, he's not allowed to post. He's not allowed to use social media. Whatever he does, they feel like he might be able to influence something. He's not allowed to post. Because if he doesn't post about the case, but he posts about him doing charity and all that stuff, it might still influence the case.
That is wild, bro. That is
So
wild.
it's not a
bro.
question. Mental health wise, I heard Chunks said he spoke to young Philly. It's fine. He knows he's innocent. He will keep, it depends on how sure he is as well. And I think he got a good lawyer.
I just feel like there has to be something done. Allegations and social media. The relationship is not good. I think maybe when things like this happen, right? But you can't stop media outlets to post or not to post, right? There has to be something done for it to just stay off like this whole people becoming the judge.
The police must make it harder. The law enforcement agencies, they must make it harder for cases to get out. But nowadays, it's actually the law enforcement that runs.
That are putting it out. Yeah. Everyone wants a big buck.
And
Everyone wants
that's
some raise, some promotion. The lawyers involved want to be known and seen.
Exactly.
All those things.
Exactly. And it's part of the whole game now. Like, it's part of the game. And it's creating an incentive for cases that hold no substance to still have a strong impact. But anyways, this is a Christmas recording. We won't get too much into that. We just wanted to...
It's a merry season.
Merry, exactly. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, they are free. Case dismissed. Maybe we'll see more of them on the internet soon.
They have been. They've been. I don't know where they post their stuff, but they are like everywhere now. Yeah.
Again, okay.
Yeah. They've been posting this last couple of weeks. I've been seeing like fresh content from them all over the place. Yeah.
I see. And if they have to pay a lot of money to get it out there, they will.
I think it changed his character also. I like this new Tate, to be honest. He's like, this new Andrew. He's like super chilled. And he's making, I think one of the problems he had, and I think he did that on purpose also, was he was being serious when he was being comical.
Joking.
If you get what I mean. Yeah. So it's like, but now he's trying to really make it clear, like, he's saying some stuff, but you have to be stupid enough to take it seriously,
Because he takes it super extreme. He's making faces as well. I think I saw some faces.
Yeah. So we'll go to my kitchen. You're a woman, you need to just cook for me. But it's just being, funny and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, from my side, that's it. I think we've had an exciting conversation. Do you have anything?
Nothing. I think, this was a great discussion. Yeah.
Wonderful. We wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Where you can be watching this. It's very close to you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
I know exactly what you like. My thumb in your ear.
That's it for today. See you next time.
2025.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.